Hey guys, what's up? It's Addy here, and I'm making a video of the top 10 greatest players of all time. I'm gonna be playing some blacktop in the back, like I did in my last video. So yeah, let's get into it. First of all, I just want to say, be sure to check out our other videos, guys. I think we just hit 250 subscribers, so that's awesome, guys. Thanks so much for the support, and just keep viewing our videos, and I'll keep bringing you guys content. So thanks so much. And yeah, so I'm gonna be playing Kobe Bryant versus Larry Bird. I'm gonna be Kobe Bryant. But let's get into the top 10. I'm gonna start from 10, and my number 10 in my list. First of all, guys, I want to say that everybody has a different top 10, so if you guys have a way different top 10, let me know in the comments. But you know, mine could be a lot different than yours, because everybody has their own opinions and some people are biased. But I try to make it as fair as I could, and base solely on statistics and not on what team I like. I like the Celtics, which you'll see in this video that I don't favor them way too much, so, or as much as a Celtics fan could. So I tried to be as non-biased as I could. So at number 10, I have Wilt Chamberlain. You know, a lot of people could put him a lot up, maybe even as up as, number 5 in the top 10 list, but I think he's 10th. You know, he's obviously his 100-point game, just solely on that game. Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. He was a top center. He unstoppable. Probably one of the greatest scoring centers this league has ever seen. And just you know, the 100 points and a phenomenal rebounder. Just a great player. One of the greats, definitely top 10 in my list, and definitely 10 in my list, because he left a legacy in every team he was on, and just he was amazing to watch. At number 9, I've got Shaq. You know, Shaq was something. There was nobody who could guard Shaquille O'Neal. He was such a tremendous player, and he played on so many different teams. Like, if you just look back at all the teams he's played on, the Suns, the Celtics, the Heat, the Lakers, I mean, who has he not played on, and who has he not left a legacy on? I mean, you have to look at just his games, the way he used to play. He was unstoppable. Man, he brought the rim down, guys. You have to think about all this stuff that he used to do. It was, he was just amazing to watch, and such a funny guy. Just he put up tremendous numbers. Just an amazing player all around. One of the greatest centers of all time, definitely. And third on my list is another center, in fact. It's Hakeem. Hakeem the Dream went number 1 overall in Michael Jordan's class. Hakeem was... He is the greatest low post player I've seen in my life. The moves. I mean, you could. I mean, I don't mean that he is the greatest player under the paint. You know, there's Shaq, there's Kareem, there's guys like that. But the post moves, the post, just the post efficiency he had, and the moves he had. Nobody in this league has ever had those kind of moves. The post hook, deadly by Hakeem, and that's why I think he's. I think he's 8th on my list, and he just had a great legacy with the Houston Rockets, and I have a lot of respect for him. At number 7, I have Magic Johnson. This is one a lot of people argue who is the greatest point guard to ever live in the NBA, and it's between Magic and John Stockton. John Stockton leads the NBA in assists. He's not actually on my list, but I really love that guy, and I'll do some notable mentions at the end of guys who I think I discluded, but you know, have potential or should have been on the list. You know, just in general. So Magic, you know, he was I mean, when he was a rookie, he was a Finals MVP. I mean, this guy, he had a legacy that was tremendous, and he played for a Lakers team, and the Lakers have such a rich background, and they just they're just a very just a very famous franchise that had a lot of championships. But when he came around, he brought a different thing to his game. Just unselfish, a great player, and possibly the greatest point guard of all time. He was just an amazing guy to watch. A tall point guard who knew how to do it all. So Magic would go 7th on my list. All right, so moving on to number 6, I have Timmy D, recently retired Tim Duncan. I love this guy, and I'm pretty young, so I grew up watching Tim, and I just love the way he plays. And he's 6th on my list for a lot of reasons, but I'd say the biggest one, this guy. He won 5 championships, and he's the greatest point guard of all time. He really is. There is no power forward, that can match him in history. And there's Dirk, there's Karl Malone. They have notable mentions as greatest power forwards possibly, but by far I think Timmy. No, they couldn't match Tim. Just the way he used to play, this guy was a beast in the paint, and I just have a lot of respect for him. And he's been regular season MVP twice. He's been Finals MVP a few times. He's won a championship in 3 different decades. That's the most. That's the most in NBA history by any player. So, he is just something different. Moving on to number 5, I have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This guy leads in points of all time. This is why I was a little hesitant about the Hakeem thing, because he is also a wizard in the paint. Just his hook shot was so beautiful to watch. Him and Oscar Robertson back in the Buck days were something different. I mean, they were so awesome to watch. Unfortunately, I was not alive in that era, so I didn't get to see it much. But you get to watch the videos now, and you think, wow, what was the NBA like back then? That seems dope. And I just really loved I just really love the way he plays, and I think he's definitely a top 5 player in my opinion, just by how many points he scored, by his just work ethic, and just the way he was. So Kareem is number 5. Moving on to the top 4. So we are down to number 4, and my 4th guy is Larry Bird. Larry was we talk about Shaq and how much a beast he was in the paint, but I think Larry was just a lot of people can say he was the greatest passing forward, he was the greatest scorer, greatest shooter of all time. But I think Larry was just he was just something to watch, and averaged 6 points, 6 assists in his career, and 10 rebounds. This is a small forward. We're talking about 10 rebounds in his career. Larry was just amazing, and 3 championships, and he would have been somewhere up there for most points scored, but he only played 13 seasons, so Larry's he's top 3 maybe, but unfortunately I could not put him in my top 3. So but a lot of respect for Larry Bird, man. He is he's definitely a top 4 player. My God, Larry Bird was just amazing. And now we're down to the top 3. So I have at number 3 Kobe Bryant, and I think everybody knows who my top 2 are now, but I'm just going to talk about Kobe Bryant a little bit. Kobe, let's see some of his highlights here also, but Kobe was just so amazing. 5 rings, and some people think he's overrated, but I hated him back when he used to play against the Celtics and whoop us every time. I just think Kobe left a legacy in a franchise that is so rich with legacies that it's really tough to even leave your mark in a Lakers franchise, and to have guys like playing on a team that had guys like Kareem, Wilt, Magic Johnson, and still leaving them with all these records and stuff that you kept, I mean, Kobe Bryant was something different. Just a tremendous, tremendous player on this team. And I want to go to my top two now. At number two, I have, and I think everybody knows this, the King, LeBron James. LeBron James is just, I mean, you can argue he is the greatest of all time. You can argue he's not. I think he is number two. He's not number one in my opinion, but he is number two. Easily number two. LeBron has just, from Cleveland to Miami to back to Cleveland, there's nobody that can match him in this era. Not Steph Curry, not Klay Thompson, not Kevin Durant, not nobody. Nobody in this league you can name right now has what LeBron has, that talent, that GOAT mentality. Nobody has that. LeBron James is just something different, guys. He is just something that we haven't seen. LeBron is just the willpower he has to keep trucking with this Cavaliers team. It's amazing to watch him go to work. So definitely top two. And LeBron, 4 MVPs. He's just too much, and he's 31, 32 now. He still has Finals MVP last year. Just won the championship. It was all LeBron James, guys. They were down 3-1 against the Warriors, and he brought it back for the first time ever in the finals. Just wow, this guy is amazing. Amazing. Number two. And at number one, everybody, 6 rings. Just endless stats for Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, obviously up there in scoring, top 3. Just dunks from the dunk champion. From a dunk champion to a shooting legend to the greatest of all time, there is no doubt Michael Jordan wins it all. MVPs, endless stats, just too much for me to even name. Endless All-Star games. He is the greatest of all time, and there is no doubt about it, guys. If you know anything about the NBA, you'd know that. Even if you don't, I can guarantee you could go to any country in the world that does not support basketball, and if you go there and you just ask them who Michael Jordan is, they'll know. If you ask them who LeBron James is, they'll know. But if you ask them who Michael Jordan is, they'll know he's the greatest player of all time, no doubt. They won't even have to think about it. They'll be like, yeah, I know him. He's the greatest player of all time in basketball. There is no doubt he is the greatest, and just everything lines it up. 6 rings in a row. He was too much of a beast back in the day. If he played right now, he would school all these young guys, and just a tremendous player. So obviously my number one is Michael Jordan. I think everybody has different top 10s, but you have to say that Michael Jordan is your number one no matter what. So some notable mentions. There's Karl Malone, and John Stockton, but I want to say some young guys who could possibly be. Also Paul Pierce. I want to say Paul Pierce is a Celtics guy. Kevin Garnett also up there. Dirk Nowitzki also up there. So I just wanted to name these guys, just a few. Also some young guys that possibly could be in this list if they in a few years. You never know how the NBA turns. So notable mentions to Steph Curry, obviously, to Kevin Durant, obviously, and to Russell Westbrook, and just the young guys who are sprouting right now. Kyrie Irving would be up there, so I just wanted to give a notable mention to those guys because they have a bright future coming up. So thanks so much for watching, guys. This was just a video of me talking about my top 10 list. Let me know what your top 10 list is, if it's different or if you agree, just let me know. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. And peace.